makes skin smoother and a little bit tighter. This step should feel really quite comfortable. You just let me know if it starts getting a little hot anywhere. Well, I'll explain that to patients. It's a different color light, milder setting. So here we've got this setting that comes up. I'm going to do that four pulses per second.
The BBL.
You can always lower the fluence. So you can drop the fluence to 4.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
this,
the
everybody's
first
clear
button
step 3.
is regular
So this
BBL, and
is
then
for
it's
smoothing and
the BBL
tightening.
Hero.
Are you
Next.
going to use a temperature gauge?
I
Typically,
will.
for more body.
So I do this more out of for my learning. What temperature I'm making people as I'm doing this. Okay, so now 200 pulses would be nice. 300 would be even better. And he has the old acne scarring. If I do 300 pulses, it's going to be that much smoother and tighter. He'll notice a difference almost immediately when he looks in the mirror. It's like, look, my skin looks smoother. Wouldn't you like that?
Yes.
Okay. So are you all set? How's that?
Very comfortable.
Okay, now this can be almost a hair removal setting as well. So on the body, one of the reasons that skin gets smoother is it reduces hair follicles. Very comfortable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how would you describe it?
Warm. Yeah.
For festoons, we do this with 590 or 640, just a lot of pulses. So warm, okay, so he's at 29, 30 to 31 degrees centigrade. So we'll do this rapidly here. I could use the large spot. I use the large spot and you feel more. Again, for men, I'll usually do this, and my end point with a large spot would be 200 pulses, and not doing this part. For women, I do the whole area. So when we do one of the ladies' faces, I know most of you are out of state, except us. We're being indoctrinated to be very mindful of pronouns here. So I hope I haven't offended anybody. if they'd rather be
Nope.
Non-binary? Or oh, what? Some of you come from more open-minded.
I'm from Utah, so
Yeah.
no.
Are you doing okay? This feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
We're a bit behind California,
So
I think.
with festoons, you would use this.
So I would use this setting initially for infraorbital swelling, edema, festoons, to try that as a non-invasive treatment. It may help tighten it a little bit and improve the circulation in the area and improve some of the fluid drainage of the area. This also could be the setting that you could use with either the 640 or 590 filter for meibomian gland dysfunction, but just doing it, like I did that earlier technique in the under eye area, and then doing it in the infrabrow skin there.
That really is superior to other IPL systems.
Well, I don't know about the results, so I can't really say that, but I think from the standpoint of how it feels for patients and for the operator doing the treatment, we're at 250, it's pretty quick though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So remember what the temperature was? Okay, so he's at 34 now. So the large spot size, he'd be at 40. And he doesn't have to be at 40 degrees. It's really more how many pulses that I end up doing.
Do you prefer you said you prefer the 640. Is that for all skin types or just because he's dark eye?
In his case, partly because of the skin color, but I have just found that the 640 for face and body, in our experience, it gets a little more tightening than the 590 does. It's also more comfortable.
Okay. So you'll use it for a lighter skin type as well?
Yes, yeah, for step 3. Great question she asked is, this is kind of my go-to now for step 3. When I showed that slide, I had to change the filters, but originally with our M-Jewel, we couldn't use the 640.
Yeah.
It only gave us the 590. I can use the 640 now, so I like doing the 640. Also, if I'm only doing a photo finish on the whole face, I use the 640. And then for people who have color on their skin, 640. It's so safe to do. Okay, 292. We'll do a little bit extra for you there.
How many pulses did you say we put in for Festoonies again?
So I would do with the square adapter, I would do 100 per side. If you're doing skin tight, I would do 2 minutes. 2 minutes of skin tight with a 590 filter, okay? And then we'll have you turn here.
You want the zoomer off?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, thanks. It was making unnecessary noise there in the background. Thank you.
Did I hear you just say you prefer 640 over 590?
Yes, for the photo finish step.
Yes.
That's new. Okay, so nobody else is getting that.
Oh,
All right, I have not
It's
talked
like
to any
concealing.
other group yet.
We're gonna have to come to every preceptorship with this.
So the only other people doing this
As you guys.
is us.
Okay.
So I'm giving you our latest secret away here. All right.
So I was gonna say you were doing 590.
Could you do
I
590 and
contemplated not
640?
sharing this with you.
No.
But you know what?
Well, none of us are local, so you're
When
good.
I saw how far everybody came, and we're willing to come to California, I have to share
In
this
the
with
middle
you.
of the pandemic.
So on a photo finish, given this new information, if you're doing a photo finish type of
Full face treatment?
full face treatment, could you
Uh-huh.
do the 590 and the 640?
No, it's not necessary to do that.
Okay.
We just start. We're doing the 640.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
we were going to have a total of 600 pulses. We're at 400.
So to clarify, because we don't have the hero, so if we wanted to do that photo finish step, this is that one sort of.
Well, you can't get the same setting
Right.
because this is in hero mode.
Right.
So you can't duplicate this.
Okay. So this is in hero mode. Okay.
Yes. So it was just that weren't able to. They didn't have the software to do the hero mode with the 640 filter until more recently, and they upgraded this without. I didn't even know it. So when I went into the 640 mode, it was like, oh, I can do this with 640.
Do you treat anyone with scleroderma?
Yes.
For step 3? Okay.
So with scleroderma, they usually have matted telangiectasia. So step 2 is what you
It's
need
like
to do to
whack-a-mole
clear that.
though, right?
Is what?
Like whack-a-mole with the telling.
Is the what?
Like whack-a-mole with the telling. With the
Oh yeah. So you okay? Now I can go right into skin tight on your neck for you. If you want me to do that, you just have to have you loosen your collar there. It's worth it while we have Lawrence here in this very compromised position to do skin tight for him on his neck. I want him to get to experience that. I want you to get to see how we do skin tight, what our endpoint is, and the technique that I use. So I have treated people with Crest syndrome of scleroderma, where they have the matted telangiectasias. I'm not sure what it does for other features of scleroderma.
You use skin tight for scleroderma?
No,
Well,
just
it would
BBL.
be treating the little matted telangiectasias. It would be step 2.
Okay,
You need
yeah.
that step 2 setting. We're almost done with this.
Dr. Bitter, so skin tight is another module on the M tool, right? It doesn't come, it's just like you can get it with or without Moxie.
That's correct.
Okay.
So skin tight is a
Different filter.
it's a software module but it's the same BBL handpiece.
I see.
And you'll see Sciton has just made it so that people can get their BBL system without skin tight. Some people already have the BBL skin tight, so they can configure their system without it. And then other people have other methods that they use for tightening. And then other people,
So if you have
other people have sales reps that don't think skin tight works.
if you have skin tight, why would you do this pass?
So, great question. A couple of reasons why. One is that this we discovered that this works really well. This step, and it works in a way that is easy to do on the whole face if you want to, or the cheeks. Second is we don't charge extra for doing this step. If we did skin tight, we would charge extra. Third is that it creates a unique treatment. This 3-step treatment that I just did with DBL Hero, you can't do with any other technology. No other IPL can do this. They can't do this. They can't duplicate it. So people are going to get something from you that they can't get anywhere else. We have a laser way across the street. They don't get this treatment there. And they charge more than I do. So we have our fee sheet because I don't usually, it's one thing I don't talk to patients about. So, but we'll give you a copy of our fee sheet. And we have different price if I do the treatment or my nurse or physician assistant, mostly because otherwise every patient would want me to do it. And it's like, I can't do 20 people a day. I mean, I could if I stayed here late, but at this point in my life, I don't need to.
Do you want a life at all?
So, do I what?
You want a life too.
Yeah, I do like doing this a lot. I need one thing. I just want to not get goop all over his collar for a skin tight mode. So I need, here's one right there. If you
Found
want
it.
that
Here you
to
go.
Good job, Skylar.
Now,
That photo finish that
Lawrence,
you
want to
just
lift your
did,
head up here?
Are you using the full rectangle ever? And you were doing
You-
the square again, or-
Yes, so for
Sure, it's
women,
coming up.
I
Yeah,
use large
that
ones.
works.
Dr. Wang.
Square for the forehead, circle is square for the lower lid.
So square
I
means
just
for
do
men.
this step. It's more comfortable.
Oh, yeah, it's just getting started.
So we had
This is not
600
your
pulses
guys'
there.
room.
So we get out of having total pulses.
No.
So what
He's a barrel
tell us in your words, what was that experience like on your face? Well, he has subtle texture that in this bright light
This is
you don't
skin
really see.
tight,
Plus,
Katie.
we just did the treatment, you already look smoother. So it was mid forehead, and then in certain lighting, like
Yeah,
in
that
the
one side
elevator
where you got
with
those
mirrors,
spots.
he would really notice it. It just it isn't as smooth as he'd like. He'll notice that he looks smoother in that lighting. That's overhead lighting with a spotlight when he looks at himself now.